Well, Paige Hemmis is going to be taking away the mystery of buying and choosing the right rug. And we're looking now to you for some guidelines because I don't know the chair half on, chair half off.
I know.
How
All
much
legs
space
on.
do you leave? It's really, really confusing, and you can make mistakes and choose the wrong thing. So give us some guidelines.
It's a little overwhelming, and it's personal preference. So really, you can't go wrong. If you make a choice, just stand by that choice and say, Paige said, it's personal preference. I'll stand by my choice.
Exactly.
I can buy a rug that's bigger than the room. I've done that.
Well, then you just tuck it on the sides. It should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Exactly. Or bring it here,
so you know,
we'll
that's
DIY
called
it.
carpeting.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not a rug.
That's different.
Wall to wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
good
biggest
tip.
mistakes people make, besides inviting Ben to come and sit with you while you try to
So don't invite Ben. Other than that, you guys can't go wrong. And no. Ben, we love you here.
No, it's
Can't
fine.
you tell? We're
They took
treating
my
you like
coloring
family.
book away,
They
so I
did.
have to keep myself occupied.
Okay.
His
Well,
coloring book.
occupy with this. Okay.
Okay.
For a rug, let's think of frames. So you're framing, you've got 4x6, 5x7, 8x10. Think of it like that. And of course, rugs can come in all shapes and sizes, but that is a really good guideline from where to start. So think of a picture frame. As the picture frame frames the picture, the rug can kind of frame the room.
All right.
So, and a big mistake people make is going too small, I would say. And if you are gonna go small, like let's say you have a little budget, then pick something really neutral that kind of blends. Otherwise, everything's gonna look cluttered and
Especially
kind
if
of
you
weird.
put all four legs on, you know.
The question.
Question.
I know.
Two leg or not
That's
two
a
leg?
leg.
That is the
Yeah.
question.
Which rooms typically need help choosing for?
Where people come to me most is typically the living room, dining room, and bedroom.
Okay.
But I think the bedroom is actually the hardest.
Bedroom's the trickiest.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the trickiest.
I
So
hear
true.
It's really tricky. Unless
And
you
you
spend $1
can't-
million on a rug.
What do
Right.
you do?
And you can't like do it yourself. You have to lift big furniture. So here's what you guys do if you are at home buying for your bedroom. So first of all, there's two different schools of thought. So either you have a rug that spans from the entire front of the bed all the way to the wall and includes your bedside tables.
And that is an expensive rug.
Yeah.
Queen or
Really
king size bed. Yes.
expensive.
I can't do
It is.
It's at least, let's say you have a queen size bed, it's at least an 8x10 rug, which is
least.
really
How much-
expensive.
That's
How much-
$800 at least.
How
Yeah,
much though should it be come out from the bed? Like a
Well, you can, as long
feet?
as you have about a foot and a half.
Foot and a half? Okay.
Yep, and for your little tootsies to kind of land on the rug when you get out of bed, that's all you need.
You should be able to get out of your bed and walk all the way around it, right?
Yes, stay on
That
it
does
like
not
hot
have
lava.
to be $800. I bought a rug for my house recently. Huge rug. It was like $150 at a cheap rug store. No one knows. No one knows rug quality.
Well,
It's not
I know.
funny.
Everybody
That's
knows
true.
rug.
No.
That's true. Let's
on
go to the
point.
second picture.
on
Here's
point.
another option. Instead of buying cheap rugs, you can go a little bit smaller. Now, this is a rug that doesn't go all the way to the wall behind the bedside tables, but it still has that foot and a half all the way around,
Right.
just so you land. Your little tootsies are happy when they get in and out of bed. And yes, you can walk all the way around. That should be the rule of thumb for the bedrooms. So, and we actually have real live bedrooms to show you. And really, this is where personal preference comes in.
interesting.
This one, it's beautiful, but it goes all the way to the wall, a little more expensive. And the next one, it's just leaving out the bedside tables. Still looks really cool and chic, but you're saving a little extra cash.
I just learned to teach my tootsies not to be happy, period, and I don't have
Exactly.
You don't have a
There you go,
rug.
no.
Well,
If you want a more expensive way to do that, you can just get heated floors.
Yeah, that's
radiant
right.
heating, that
Much
is
more expensive.
Hold it.
That's our next
completely
segment.
different.
Different
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah.
What are your I've seen
Gotta
this.
go
I've never
over
done
budget.
it on myself. Instead of a rug, to do two small runners on each side of the bed. Are you
Oh,
pro
yeah,
or
I've seen
con
that
on
too.
that?
I'm not a
do you
fan
think?
of the runner.
Not a fan of the
Yes, yeah, I'm not a fan of the runner just
It
because
says
people
cheap.
trip and
Yeah.
it says
not
in
cheap.
the
say
middle of
rich.
the night.
Doesn't say cheap, it says Ken Wingard. Ken Wingard.
It says cheap.
And tripping.
Just
All
a
right.
little bit.
Living room.
Yes.
Living room. Let's go
Okay.
there.
So the living room. So that's really the most important place for a rug. If you have a little budget, spend it in the living room because this is where we gather and where we have friends and
Yeah.
family over.
be
Also,
clean. Yeah.
think of where it's going to go. If it's a high traffic area, do something like I did here, which I pick a medium pile gray rug so you can drop food, you can drop things in
Smart.
it. But there's two schools of thought. What Christina asked earlier. All legs on or all legs off?
Yeah.
So this is an example of all legs on the rug. So all the furniture. Like,
That's the rich version.
oh, that's
Yeah.
the rich
That's
version.
what rich people do.
Yeah.
Right, that's what rich people do.
Here is the alternative version of just having the front on the front of the legs
And
on
that's
the
okay.
carpet.
It doesn't make it look like you didn't know how to measure your
No, actually, I have a picture of my own here, so I hope you agree with me. Don't call me cheap.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my living room at home, and I've put all the furniture on the rug. This is an 8x10 rug. It's fine, but for me, it was a little cramped.
It looks a little
a little
squishy.
scrunched up.
I love
so,
your piano. Beautiful.
Your house
Thank
is
you.
Lovely. I want to go
Oh,
over.
well, come on over.
Is it for sale?
Then go. It is for sale, actually. Go to the next picture, and
Oh,
this
much
is only the
nicer.
front legs.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah, it's just the front legs on. It gives it a little bit more room. I didn't have to buy a bigger rug than an 8x10. I could still keep
room
that
looks
space.
bigger.
Yes, question from the crowd.
But that's a rug on a rug.
That is a rug
So
on a
rugs
rug.
on a rug are okay.
I like rug on a rug.
No, that's a floor, isn't it?
No, that's
Or
a
is that
rug. She's got a
No,
rug
it's
on
a
a
rug
rug.
About wall to wall.
on a
I
rug
can't
that's on a
see from-
floor.
I
That
can't
is
see
carpet
from
I
on
the
think
top.
that it makes the rug look better, actually, really.
Me
Because
too.
Look, it actually frames the rug more. You can focus on it. It looks like a centerpiece more.
Exactly. Yes. And so
That was nice.
I say if you're having questions, just go big. Go big. And here's a way to get around the big price tag that we were talking about. So a couple of weeks ago, I redid this room as staging to sell. And I used a carpet that was or a rug that was only 5x7.
Oh, I like
and
it.
it's fine, but it has bugged me ever since I did the segment.
Wait a minute.
Because I
This
was on a
feels
budget.
so much
Here.
more luxurious.
That
Well,
was
wait.
Mind
Yes.
blown. Mind blown.
exactly. That was a 5x7. I went out and got an 8x10 because, as you know, I love the front legs on the carpet. So what you're seeing now, if we could see a before and after,
So much
it's just
nicer.
a bigger space.
Space.
Yes, a more
Yeah.
calm space. All your tootsies are very happy.
A lot more expensive.
No, actually. You guys can try this at home. Go to your local carpet store, ask them for a remnant. They're really cheap. They sell the remnants, and you ask them to bind the edge. So what I did here, I went to a carpet store, asked them to bind the edge, $3.50 a linear foot. That was 10 feet long, so it was $35 for them to bind it, and about $100 for the
Or you
remnant.
cannot bind it
For
like in my
$100
living room
for the
rug,
rug?
and pieces
No.
will
The
fly
remnant.
off.
I know.
That's true.